Well, Piers Morgan has sent a stern warning to President Biden by telling him if he goes woke, he will go broke. The former morning show host wrote an article in the Daily Mail where he compares the arrival of the Democrat Party to the downfall of Labor in Britain. Piers argues that Labor has lost its way with its traditional working class base, which is the reason why the party hasn't held power since 2010. In particular, Labor lost its red wall, a blue-collar area in the north of England, under Jeremy Corbyn's leadership in 2019. Morgan uses the example of how Caitlyn Jenner was slammed last week for her comments on how she believes transgender women shouldn't compete in competitive women's teams, to which he says is an example of how you can't say anything because Liberals won't let you have a different opinion. But it's why Liberal parties around the world have been losing their grip on power, because most people in the real world, away from the shrieking echo chambers of social media, increasingly loathe the woke and cancel culture mentality. Piers Morgan goes on to warn Joe Biden to not follow down the woke road for the next 3 years, or he won't be re-elected in 2024. He compares this with UK after Labor held power between 1997 to 2010 under both Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, but eventually lost it back to the Conservatives under David Cameron and now Boris Johnson. He says Labor's current downfall is simple: wokery. Labor, like the Democrats, has allowed its agenda to be dictated by an army of woke warriors dripping in demented, self-righteous virtue signalling. He continues, and Britain's Labour Party, also viewed as an urban, arrogant party that wants to do and spew endless dumb woke things, is proof that this kind of image and message doesn't work with voters. Morgan goes on to argue 2024 won't all be about Trump. The biggest threat to the Democrats is no longer Donald Trump, it's themselves. The biggest threat to Biden's re-election in 2024 isn't Trump running again. It's a more reasonable, less incendiary, but equally populist, freedom-loving, conservative candidate like Boris Johnson, who shares Trump's loathing of wokery and knows how to ruthlessly exploit it. Morgan ends the article with a simple message: wake up to woke, Joe.